What if you could build a fully functional MVP for less than 10% of your traditional development cost? AI can turn your ideas into working apps in minutes, not just weeks, not months. In this video, I show you how this is changing app development for founders and marketing heads. Hi, my name is Parth Gaurav, founder of Digi Hotshot, a Webflow Premium Partner agency, and today we are not going to talk about Webflow. We are talking about something else, AI-powered development. Remember when building an app meant hiring developers, waiting for months, and spending thousands of dollars just to see if your idea had any merit? And that's been the reality for most businesses and entrepreneurs. You have a brilliant idea, but turning it into something tangible feels like, climbing a mountain, or, you should have like thousands of dollars. You either needed coding skills, deep pockets, or both. But in 2025, things have changed. The traditional app development process is a major barrier for startups and businesses. Most founders spend weeks in meetings explaining their requirements, the things that they have, the vision that they have, then wait for months for development, and all while burning through their cash reserves, burning through their budget before they can even test if users want their product or no. But what if there was a faster and cheaper way? What if you could simply describe your app idea in plain English and watch as AI transforms your words into a working MVP right before your eyes at a fraction of the traditional development cost? And that's exactly what's happening right now with AI powered platforms like Lovable. For founders and marketing heads and businesses, this means you can test your ideas, you can validate your idea, gather information, gather user feedback, and even approach investors with real data, all without massive upfront development costs. Now I know what you are thinking. This sounds like too good to be true. I can't even possibly build a real functional app that actually works. Or maybe this will just be a buggy, unusable app, unusable software that looks pretty, but it doesn't work at all. It doesn't function as you intend it to be. And you might also be concerned that this technology will replace developers and in the engineers. And these are valid concerns, and honestly I had them too. But then I spoke with founders and entrepreneurs who had already built MVPs in hours instead of months. Like this agency directory created in under 28 minutes, something that would take typically weeks to get developed. And these weren't just mockups or just prototypes. They were actual apps, actual functioning applications with all the backend connected user authentication, data storage, and even features like email notifications. So how does this actually work? Let me show you. Lovable is a text to app service that turns your descriptions into working code. You start by signing up on Lovable platform and connecting to Supabase, which handles your backend stuff, which handles basically all your backend needs. Then you just simply describe your app in the chat interface, something like I need a task management app with user authentication where team members can assign tasks to each other and get email notification. And again, you need to be very specific. This is just a general prompt that I have given, but the more depth that you have in your prompt, the better the output will be. The AI then interprets your request and starts building immediately. And this approach is a part of a growing trend on Twitter called vibe coding, using AI tools to generate code from natural language descriptions without the need to understanding the underlying code. It's making app development accessible to non-programmers and marketing heads, and revolutionizing how quickly we can bring ideas to life. But creating an app this way isn't without challenges. The first key lesson here, you need to know what you are building. Vague descriptions lead to vague results. As I said earlier, the detailed the prompt will be, the better the results will be. With clear instructions, you can add features incrementally, user authentication, email reminders, and even subscription payments through Stripe. Adding each feature, each step is a conversation with AI, refining your vision. The second challenge is understanding the limitations. Security-sensitive applications or highly complex systems still benefit from professional engineers. This isn't just about replacing developers, it's about empowering more people to create. And I'm right now learning this stuff as well, but I have seen people combine Lovable with something like Cursor to just expand their app. And now, speaking of security, there are important considerations when using AI to build apps. Some users have reported that the ones that have been publicly building in public, they have reported that security issues like database deletions due to improper setups. If you're handling sensitive data like user passwords or financial data or financial information, you need to ensure proper encryption, secure authentication, and regular security audits. For business critical applications, it's best to have a security professional review your app before deployment. Let me share a real example. A marketing agency was paying hundreds per month for specialized project management software, even though they were only using around 20% of its features. Their biggest challenge was the costly monthly subscription and the fact that it wasn't tailored to their needs, to their specific workflow that they had. Now, using these AI development tools, they described exactly what they needed, no more, no less, and within an hour had a working application that did precisely what their team required. But then came the moment of truth. Would their team actually use their app? And if they rejected it, they'd be back to square one, wasting time and money. Everything hinged on this moment. But not only did their team use it, but they preferred it to their previous solution because it was tailored exactly to their workflow. No bloat, no unnecessary features, just exactly the things that they needed. And as a result, they ultimately, canceled their subscription to the other softwares, saving over $4,000 a year. But the biggest reward, they could now quickly build internal tools whenever they needed, for themselves or even for their clients, and identified a need without waiting or budgeting for development. And in fact, I'm also currently developing my own project management tool with Lovable for our agency. And the best part is I can show only the information that specific roles in our agency need to see. Designers see the designer task, developers see code task, and our project manager can get a complete overview, and all in one a custom tool built specifically for our workflow. And I've thought a very cool name for it. I can't tell you what the name is right now, but hopefully I'll be launching this tool by the end of this week, not publicly but for our team. So this approach isn't just for internal tools, it's perfect for founders looking to test ideas with real users. Instead of spending months and thousands of dollars building something people might not want, you can create an MVP in hours, get in front of users, and gather valuable feedback. This completely changes the game for founders seeking investment as well. Instead of approaching investors with a pitch deck, you can show them a working product with actual user data and traction metrics. This dramatically improves chances of securing funding because you have already validated your concept at a fraction of the traditional development cost. Now, to be clear, this isn't about replacing skilled developers. For complex mission-critical systems, professional engineers remain essential. But for MVPs, internal tools, and proof of concepts, AI-assisted development dramatically lowers the barrier for non-coders. For founders, this means you can build, test, iterate, and seek investment with minimal risk. You're no longer gambling your entire budget on development before knowing if users want your product or not. And for marketing heads or businesses in general, you can create custom internal tools that fit exactly around your needs without the premium price tag. And you can actually save $1,000 per year with this approach. Just remember to start small, test thoroughly, and for applications handling sensitive data, consider bringing in a developer to review security measures before full deployment. So what does this mean for you? Whether you are a founder with a vision or marketer who needs a custom tool, or a business owner looking to streamline operations, AI-assisted development can get you there faster and cheaper than ever before. For founders, this means you can build your MVP in days, not months. You can test your idea with real users quickly, and you can iterate based on actual feedback. And you can approach investors with a working product and real user data, all while spending a fraction of traditional development cost. So the question isn't whether AI will change how we build software. It already is. The question is whether you'll use these tools to bring your ideas to life faster and more affordably than ever before. If you have used AI to build applications, share your experience in the comments. And if you haven't yet, let me know what you'll build first. Let me know, and don't forget to subscribe for more insight on how technology is transforming the business. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.